Hey everybody, this is again the start of a new weekly reading vlog. Last week I had one of the best reading weeks ever. I was flying through books and I finished a lot of them. I finished a lot of amazing books and I'm completely ready for this week to be just as amazing when it comes to books and reading. So as usual, let me start off by telling you what I'm currently reading. I've just started a new audiobook and it's called Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I feel like I've read something by Sarah Pinborough before, but I can't remember which book, so maybe I should look that up. But yeah, this one is a thriller, or I don't know, is it a thriller or like just a suspense book or anything? In any case, it's about this married couple named David and Adele, and they have marriage problems. And then there's also Louise, who is David's secretary, and yeah, they also have something going on. And yeah, that's all I know about the plot. I've only listened to an hour of the audiobook this morning, but so far it seems like a perfectly enjoyable audiobook. Like with audiobooks, they don't necessarily have to be 5-star reads for me. With audiobooks, I just like it when they're pleasant and entertaining to listen to, and this one seems like it's going to be. So yeah, for me it seems just fine for now. And I do love those kind of suspense or thriller books or whatever this is. I'm not completely sure, but I think it's not going to be like something completely amazing, but it's just a nice book to listen to. And also it's not too long, so that's nice, so I can finish a lot of books. So far I've read a lot in January, but the star of my current reading is still The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I've started this last week, so in my previous reading vlog, and if you've seen that video, you know that I'm really loving this one. The Bear and the Nightingale is a magical realism book and it takes place in Russia, and it's very much all about sort of like the house spirits and like the Winter King, and the main character is a girl named Vasya and her family. And yeah, I'm currently halfway through The Bear and the Nightingale, so the first book in this series. Yeah, I'm just completely in love with this book so far. The writing is gorgeous, beautiful. The entire story is so addictive, it's so atmospheric, and it's definitely very suitable to read during yeah, I guess winter. It's hard to say winter because really it's not really winter where I live right now. It's really not that cold. I mean, it's not warm either, but also it's not really like wintry cold. But still, I'd rather read this in January than like in the midst of summer. Of course you can if you want to, like there are no reading rules, but for me this one feels more fitting during this time of the year, and I'm loving it so much. I wish I just could read this the entire day, but you know, unfortunately other things have to happen as well. But yeah, I will be reading more of this tonight and I already can't wait. It's going to be I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. I have no clue, like I have no idea where this story is going to go. It's so not predictable, which I like, because usually with, well, not with every book, but with a lot of books you can sort of guess where it is going. And with this, I really don't know. It's just like such an adventure or something. Yeah, I'm very happy that people have been recommending this one to me because it's absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with it. So that is what I'm reading right now. And yeah, apart from that, today I'm just at home and then working on some school stuff. So a pretty normal, boring day. My life from day to day really isn't that exciting or I don't know, it's really not that special or anything. Tomorrow I'm going to the cinema, by the way, so that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm going to see the movie 1917, which is about the First World War. And it's like this new movie that has been nominated for like all these awards and everything, so I really want to see it. I'm going with my father and with my grandpa and my sister, so you know, hopefully it's going to be fun. I'm very much looking forward to that movie because everybody has been saying how amazing it is. But yeah, that's tomorrow. And then for today, it's really nothing special. Yeah, I'm just going to continue with everything I need to do for school. And then, yeah, of course, read something this afternoon or tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this Monday, this start of the week. Tuesday I spent the day at the university library and it's now the end of the afternoon and I'm back home again. It is time for another reading update because I've continued with The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I am now at page, I believe, 332. So yeah, I'm getting along quite nicely. And I have to say, at this point, the book is becoming a bit confusing. Like, the writing style is still amazing, but yeah, I guess the magical aspects of the book are now coming way more into the story. And sometimes it's a bit confusing and I'm not completely sure what is going on. And of course, I still have to finish it to give my final opinion on this book. But I guess I have to say that I like the first half of it a bit better than the second half. Like, the second half so far is still amazing, but sometimes the story is a bit, I don't know. Well, yeah, as I said, confusing. A bit confusing. I'm not completely sure what is going on, but I hope things will become more clear towards the end. I'm sure it will be, or at least towards the end of the book series, I guess. So yeah, I still very much love all the characters. Like, the main character, Vasya, I hope that's how you pronounce it. She is amazing. I love her so much. It's so interesting to read about her. And yeah, I still really love this book so far, and I want to finish it, I guess, tomorrow or something. It won't be too long now. And I'm also still listening to Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I haven't, well, I've listened to a bit of it today, not extremely much. And yeah, I don't really know what to think of this book so far, because it's definitely implying that there's like more to the story and everything. And yeah, I don't know what the motives of some of the characters are at this moment, but I guess that's sort of like the point. You're not supposed to know, but it's also a bit confusing. And yeah, I'm sure it is a thriller, by the way, because I've seen it now. It's definitely very well, I don't know, hard to explain, I guess. Maybe I should read a bit more of it before I can go into more detail about that one. It's just, I don't really have an opinion on it yet. It's a bit weird of a audiobook, not necessarily an audiobook, or just a weird book, I guess. Well, that's definitely very incoherent. I'm doing a very good job at explaining all my thoughts on these books, apparently. And that was pretty much it right now for reading. Tonight, as I mentioned before, I'm going to the cinema and I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm so excited to see the movie because, of course, I very much love historical movies and books, obviously. But yeah, I've heard that this one is just amazing. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what I'm going to think of it. And yeah, I'm like 99% sure that I will love it. And it's always nice to have, you know, a cinema visit. It always feels somehow exciting, I guess. I don't really go, well, I go to the cinema regularly, but also not, well, it depends really on what movies are in the cinema, but I always like going. It's just nice. And in the meantime, I will read a bit more, and then tonight we will be doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Okay, next day. As I mentioned before, yesterday we went to the cinema to see 1917, and yeah, it was definitely very impressive. It was shot beautifully in like the impression of one long take, and that was just so interesting to watch. And of course, you know, it's a war movie, so it's always going to be impressive and heartbreaking and everything. And yeah, it was a really good one, so I can definitely recommend it. But then something very exciting, because I just got this package from Amazon in the mail, and I did not order this myself, so it's a surprise. I do have a pretty good guess who has sent this to me, but yeah, I'm going to unbox it. I'm so excited because this just feels like it's Christmas all over again, and I have no idea what's inside. So let's just open it up and see yeah, what's in this package. Oh my god, it's even more than what? It's 3 books. 3 books. Whoa, oh my god. Yeah, let me see what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, wow, 3 books. This is so exciting. Okay, the first 2 that I see are The Girl in the Tower and The Winter of the Witch, which I mentioned before that I really wanted to get because I want to continue the series, because of course I'm reading The Bear and the Nightingale, and oh my god, this is perfect timing. Now I can just, you know, binge read the entire series, which is amazing. Thank you so much. There are a couple of notes with it, and for these two. It says, I know you like to binge read series, so I hope you enjoy the rest of this one. Happy reading, hugs, Vanessa Cruz. Also known as Moonlight Book Reader on Instagram. Thank you so much. Oh, she mentioned that she was sending something to me, and oh, I'm so happy with like the rest of the series. Now I can finally continue with it, and yay. Oh, well, finally continue with it. I'm still reading the first one, but I think I'm just going to go straight away with these two once I finished it, so I can just, you know, binge read this entire series. But then there's also this book that I hadn't heard of, and it's called The Note Through the Wire by Doug Gold, recommended by Heather Morris, author of The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So this is a World War II book, and well, I haven't heard about this one. Thank you so much. I mean, she knows that I really love to read World War II books or just historical fiction in general, and this is one that I've never heard of. And let me see what the story is. In the heart of Nazi-occupied Europe, two people meet fleetingly at a chance encounter. One is an underground resistance fighter, the other a prisoner of war. A crumpled note passes between the two strangers and sets them on a course that will change their lives forever. A tale of bravery, betrayal, and wartime survival, it reminds us that the greatest love can flourish in the darkest hour. Well, that sounds absolutely perfect. And there's another note that came with this one. Let me see. Here's to hoping you'll enjoy this one. Might be a bit different than the ones you've read so far, but I've heard nothing but good things about it and been recommended this one many times. Hugs, Vanessa Cruz. Thank you so much. Oh, I feel so spoiled right now with all these books. Oh, yay. And this one, it's so nice to have a surprise book that I haven't picked out myself, because honestly, that almost never happens, because, you know, with Christmas I got sent some presents, which is so lovely and amazing, but I had picked them out myself on my wish list. And, you know, my family never gives me a surprise book because they never know which book I already have. So this is so nice to have a surprise book. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much. Oh, I love this. I feel so spoiled. It feels like it's my birthday or something. So thank you so much. I'm very happy with it. So that was it for like the unboxing right now. Oh, I'm so happy with it. Again, thank you so much. But then back for like a reading update. I haven't really read anything more last night because I went to the cinema. I think I've read maybe like 30 more pages of The Bear and the Nightingale, and I did listen to more of my audiobook this morning, which is still so weird, and I feel like it won't be too long now until we find out what actually is the deal with this book and what is going on, because there are some creepy, interesting, weird characters and we don't know their deal yet and their backstory. So I think it's going to get there pretty soon now, and it is still quite enjoyable. You know, a pretty good audiobook, nothing too wrong with it, but I still have to find out like the big twist and everything that is going to happen. But overall I have a good time listening to it. And then right now I'm going to film a video, and then after that it's working on some school stuff. Yeah, the usual deal for a normal weekday, I guess. And hopefully some more reading this afternoon. So yeah, a pretty normal Wednesday. Okay, it is now the next day and I still haven't finished The Bear and the Nightingale, but I really don't have that much to go. Only like 50 pages or so. So yeah, we're getting really close to the end. So I'm very sure I'm going to finish it tonight. And yeah, still loving it, and definitely more things are becoming clear now. Like, it was a bit confusing at some point, as I mentioned before, but now I can see where the story is going and I can see what is happening. And yeah, it is still so beautiful and so amazing and so magical, and it really gives you this sort of magical feeling, if that makes sense. And yeah, after this, yeah, I'm not completely sure if I'm going to go straight away with The Girl in the Tower, or like the second book of the series, or if I'm going to read something else. That's so hard to decide, you know. It's always very hard to decide my next book. I'm just going to finish this first and then see how I feel. And yeah, I think I do want to finish this series very soon and not like wait with the next book for months, because I tend to do that and I don't want to do that now. So that's it for this book. I'm also still listening to my audiobook, Behind Her Eyes. That one is still, I don't know, we're getting towards the end now. I'm almost done with that one as well. And I think I'm just going to give my final thoughts on it once I finished it. Because, yeah, it's still a bit weird. But still okay. Like, nothing that I'm really hating about it. Yeah, those thoughts haven't changed either, basically. Hey, future Michelle here. I'm editing my vlog of this week, and I've just realized that I never gave you my final thoughts on Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I completely forgot to mention that I finished it and that I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. My thoughts on it are very hard to explain because the ending is just something different, let me tell you that. It's yeah, I did like it somehow, but I felt like the ending was not completely in sync with the rest of the book. The ending I did really like, and it was creepy and everything, but I felt like the rest of the book should have been just as creepy, but instead, like the entire book, you're just wondering what exactly the deal is, and it makes it a bit boring. And the entire book then is not as tense as it could be. It's still quite enjoyable, as I mentioned before. It's completely fine. The ending was nice, but I felt like it wasn't completely in tune with the rest of the book. I thought it could have been more creepy and more tense, and that definitely wasn't the case, but then the ending felt so out of nowhere, but again, it was sort of good, and yeah, it's very hard to explain, but that is what I thought of this book. Yeah, it was okay. It was a 3-star read. Now back to the rest of this reading vlog. Also, something very fun is that yesterday I was filming, and I filmed my very first original book tag. I've been wanting to film like or create an original book tag for ages, but I never knew what to do, you know, what kind of book tag I wanted to make. And then suddenly it came to me, of course it had to be a historical book tag. So I've created the ancient history book tag with questions based on different times in history, so different periods of history. Very simplified, but you know, like the Stone Age, and then the Roman Empire and the Middle Ages, and then different questions based on that. So I filmed that, and it will be online once you're seeing this reading vlog. So link, you know, up here, down here, and I would very much encourage you to do the tag as well and spread the tag love. And you know, if you're watching this and you think it sounds interesting, please do it, and then let me know if you have done it, if you have filmed this book tag, then I would love to see it. So I'm very happy with that. I'm not really the most creative person on BookTube. I normally don't really know what to create or what to do. I just do most basic sort of videos, which is okay because, you know, those basic kinds of BookTube videos are the things that people like to watch. But this is the first time I actually ever created something new myself, and I know it's probably not that much for other people, but for me it's like so exciting that I finally managed to come up with an original idea. So yeah, that is something I wanted to share. And again, please, if you want to do the tag. Yeah, very happy with how it turned out, and I'm just like making the thumbnail and everything, and yeah, that's also something that I wanted to throw out there. And then of course it's Thursday, so it's almost weekend. Tomorrow morning I'm going to go swimming, you know, as for like an exercise, swimming lanes, is that how you call it in English? Just, you know, swimming laps, that's it. I believe. Yeah, I go swimming now every Friday morning as sort of like an exercise, or not like sort of, it is an exercise. Even though I'm not a very active person and I'm definitely not in the best physical condition, I still like to have one kind of exercise every week. So I'm doing that now on Friday morning to go for a swim, which is so tiresome, or like tiresome. It's very exhausting. It is a good kind of exhausting, but it's definitely exhausting. But that's why it's always nice to do it at the end of the week as a good start of your weekend, I guess. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now every Friday. And then on Saturday I actually have some fun things planned, but I will tell you those later. But I definitely have a fun day planned on Saturday, and then Sunday it's just your basic working on school, and yeah, pretty boring normal weekend apart from that. But yeah, the week is going by so fast. Weeks are always going by so fast, but yeah, definitely something to look forward to. Okay, time for a couple of updates. First of all, I finished The Bear and the Nightingale. I finished this one Thursday night, and yeah, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because it was absolutely amazing. I still stand by the point that like the second half was a bit more confusing, and maybe I did like the first half a bit more than the second half, but overall the story worked out so well, and I did love the conclusion very much and how everything turned out. So yeah, it was just beautiful, and I really loved it. Yeah, definitely a 5-star read, which makes this like the 4th 5-star read of this month. That's just insane. But yeah, it's just, in case you can't tell, I really love The Bear and the Nightingale. I finished that one. Yeah, so very happy with that. And then after that I've been reading a bit of the Mine Order by Samantha Shannon. This is the second book in the Bone Season series, and this is all about a sort of different version of our world in sort of like a different future. And in this world lots of people are clairvoyant, but it's illegal to be clairvoyant, and our main character Paige is sort of like part of the underground crime gang of London, and yeah, there's more to it, but this is the second book in the series and I really love the Bone Season. I had read a little bit of the Mime Order I think 2 weeks ago, so I picked it up again and I read a bit more of it. I'm now at page 102, so yeah, I'm just slowly making my way through this book bits by bits. And also I'm not completely sure if I'm going to finish this one first or just read a bit of it and then continue with another book. I normally never do that. I'm normally very loyal to my books and then I finish them and then I start my next one. I don't really read multiple books at once, apart of course like a physical book and an audiobook, but I don't read multiple physical books at once. That's just normally not really my thing. But for now maybe it is, I don't know. I've just been reading a bit of it and I don't know if I'm going to finish it entirely or if I'm going to get going with another book. Yeah, I'll guess you'll just have to find out what I'm going to do. I'm so weird with my reading moods. I have so many different things that I want to read and I never know what I want to read at what moment. So yeah, but the Mime Order so far, yeah, definitely enjoying it. I'm definitely feeling it a lot more than I did when I read the first part of it, like the first 50 pages 2 weeks ago, because that was also why I put it down. I wasn't 100% feeling it, and then it's just a waste to me to read a book because I want to enjoy it to its fullest potential. So yeah, I picked it up again. I'm just going to see how much I'm liking it this time around, and yeah, I'm just making some progress with it. And then yeah, I will keep you updated of course on my thoughts on this one. And then of course for my next audiobook I actually started to listen to Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the third book in the Raven Cycle series. This is one of the book series that I really want to finish in 2020 because I started it in 2018 and I haven't read anything of this series since The Dream Thieves back in 2018. So yeah, it has been more than a year, but I finally picked up the next book, but this time with an audiobook. Really liking the audiobook so far. I do love how it's being narrated. On the book itself, I think it's okay for now. Yeah, it's kind of the same as the first two, but I think I maybe enjoyed the first two a bit more. I don't know. I haven't read enough of it of course to give you a proper review or anything. I'm now at page 96, so I guess more has to happen for me to really have an opinion on it. I don't know. I had to read some recaps of like the first book and the second book because I had forgotten so much about it. I still knew the general storyline of course, but a lot of the details I didn't remember, and it's a very good thing that I did because otherwise this one would have been so hard to understand, but now it's no problem at all. And yeah, I'm going to listen to this one, and yeah, it feels nice to be continuing with this series and to be continuing with series in general, and you know, hopefully to finish some, because I want to finish this one again in 2020 so badly. And yeah, I just really need to finish more series. That's just something that needs to happen. That's it for my reading update. And now I have an update on a book that I received in the mail, and it's a Harry Potter book, because I have to buy a Harry Potter book at least every 2 months or so, I guess. But yeah, it is the Ravenclaw edition of the 20th anniversary edition of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Look how pretty it is. I'm in love. I mean, I know how these editions look like, or what these editions look like, because I have the first three. But Goblet of Fire is my favorite, and I just love how it looks. And it has like this on the spine, and then the emblem on the back. And I really love the design of like the Goblet of Fire on the cover, and then of course the decorated pages with blue and bronze, and oh, it's just so beautiful. I'm so excited to be collecting my Ravenclaw editions of the Harry Potter series, and I still really want to have like basically all the house editions of the Harry Potter series. But yeah, I think that needs to wait until I have like a bigger bookcase and more space for it, because now I don't even know where I have to put this one, because I honestly don't have any space left on my bookshelves, on my Harry Potter shelves. Like, they are so full, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I always love buying Harry Potter books and getting a new one in the mail, and I just want to show you again how pretty they are. It is. And yeah, it is also very fitting for today, because today actually, I believe I mentioned it before, but I'm going over to a friend, and we are going to watch Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows part 1 and 2. And she has never seen them before. She's been watching all the Harry Potter movies. Again, I think I've said it before, but I'm not sure. But this is going to be her first time watching them. And yeah, I'm so excited, because like, I've been loving Harry Potter all my life, and she was always not very much about Harry Potter, because this is a friend I've known basically since I've been born. No joke, like our parents were friends, so we've known each other our entire lives. But she was always like not really interested in Harry Potter and not interested in reading in general, I know. But now we're going to watch Harry Potter and I'm like so excited. I've been waiting for this moment for 24 years, I guess. And yeah, I don't think, I mean, she's not going to love them as I do, because she's already said that Harry Potter is not really her thing, but she does find the movies sort of interesting, and you know, she just wanted to see them once to know what it was all about. But it's going to be fun anyway. So I'm going to her house in Rotterdam, and then we're going to have a fun afternoon, and then in the evening we're going to like this sort of game hall, this sort of arcade. It's called Game State, so maybe you know it if you're in the Netherlands, because it's like this chain of game halls. I've only been there once, but it's amazing. So yeah, we're going to have a fun afternoon and a fun evening, and I'm going to try to film some bits and pieces of it. So hopefully I can take you along with me, at least for a little bit. And I think you're now all up to date again. So now I have to get my things and catch my train. And yeah, I'm very excited to be watching Harry Potter. I just love Harry Potter so much, in case you don't know. I don't know how you could miss it if you're watching my channel, but yeah, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So I'm sort of in like my Sunday uniform, you know, cozy clothes and no makeup. I always like to be a bit more relaxed on Sunday. And yesterday was a lot of fun. Yeah, I filmed some little bits of it, not much, but it was definitely a lot of fun. And like the arcade, the game hall, it's just so, I don't know, you feel like a child again. I got very enthusiastic, and you know, you really win those tickets, and it looks also fun, and I don't know, it's a very fun thing. And also watching Harry Potter, of course, is also something that I always enjoy. And yeah, that was pretty much yesterday. And then for yeah, I guess my final reading update of this reading vlog, I haven't read much since yesterday afternoon, but I've read a bit more of Blue Lily, Lily Blue by listening to the audiobook, and I'm now at page 139. So yeah, the audiobook is going by quite quickly, and I'm now really getting more into the story, and you know, back into this world with like the Raven Boys and Blue, and yeah. And yeah, now I am curious to see what's going to happen next, and at least I'm just happy that I'm making progress with continuing with book series, because yeah, I just really want to finish more, as I mentioned before. And that's definitely very much happening with this one. Then of course I was also reading the Mime Order. Haven't read much of that since yesterday afternoon, because I came home late and then I didn't read a lot. This book matches perfectly with like my shirt, so that's a nice touch. And yeah, I think I'm just going to be reading this for a while now. Yeah, also hopefully finish it before January is over. It's like the final week of January. I've read some amazing books, I've read a lot, and hopefully like I can finish this one as well and just squeeze it in there with all the books that I finished this month. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a try. But I guess that's pretty much it for everything that I've done this week, and like this reading vlog. Yeah, this is it for another reading vlog. It's Sunday again, so we've come full circle. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this reading vlog, and if you did, maybe go subscribe or give it a thumbs up. And yeah, hopefully I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye!